the Irish team to play England this Sunday is Rob Kearney, Tommy Bowe, Jared Payne, Robbie Henshaw, Simon Zebo, Johnny Sexton and Conor Murray. Jordi Murphy, Sean O'Brien, Peter O'Mahony, Paul O'Connell, Devon Toner, Mike Ross, Rory Best and Jack McGrath. And the replacements are Sean Cronin, Ken Healy, Marty Moore, Ian Henderson, Tommy O'Donnell, Owen Redden, Ian Madigan and Felix Jones.
Joe, was there any other option other than Jordi Knight? Did you give real consideration to reshuffling the back row anyway?
Yeah, we did. We talked about it. I think one of the things is that Ian got a bit of a knock on his knee and didn't train on the first day of the week on Tuesday, and you know, with a very short turnaround post that, we just felt that it was probably best to go with Jordi, who played there in the first test against Argentina in South America during the summer, and he also played there against Italy in the first round of the championship. So it wasn't altogether unfamiliar to us, and we felt that Jordi played really well against Italy.
What about the guys around the squad? Because he's clearly young, very experienced, but these sort of occasions to this point don't seem to phase him at all.
No, he's very quiet, Jordi. He doesn't really say a lot. He gets on with the job. He gets on with other people, and you know, he's a workaholic around the pitch, and you know, he actually gets through a lot of work both sides of the ball, whether he's carrying or cleaning out, or whether he's on the defensive side and making tackles.
Tommy, do you think England have been tested fully yet?
I think that they have, yeah. I think that certainly in the first half against England, watching that, or against Wales, I think the Welsh did very well. They put them under a lot of pressure, put the ball behind them, made them go back for it, and kind of squeezed it. And Joe mentioned on that scrum, Toby Faletau. We've seen, obviously, Marisi, I think, was the Italian centre who made a couple of breaks against them last week as well. So I think there's been a couple of times that they've been put under pressure. But as he says, in the start of the second half, they really seem to crank it up a level.
So were you tempted maybe to make a change at 23 in the squad? I know Luke Fisher and Keith have been around the squad quite a bit. Is there temptation maybe there?
Yeah, and Dave Kearney. I think all three of those guys are really pressing for inclusion. I think Dave Kearney was one of our standout players in the championship last year. Keith Earls has trained incredibly sharply. Probably hasn't had a massive amount of game time yet, Keith, but he's getting better and better, and that puts pressure on the guys that are there, and Luke has done really well as well. I think one of the things with Luke is, you know, it potentially could have given us three left footers in the backfield, which isn't as good a balance as we would have liked if Tommy got tired and decided to take a rest, and Luke went on in his place. So you know, we're often looking for a little bit of balance, and it's also very hard to equate outstanding performances as there have been against Zebre with you know, a high performing England team.
Joel, must be pretty advantageous though on the whole to have such a settled team.
Yeah, it is. It's great. I think we will miss Jamie's experience, to be honest. I think he's a very much a big game player, and with a big game temperament, and that experience that he brings often allows us to be a little bit better organised. And I think that's one of the massive challenges for now Pete O'Mahony and Sean, very short of game time, but to very quickly slot in and try to help Jordi map his way around the pitch, because you know, at this level, I do think experience makes a big difference in how organised people can be, so that you know, they don't have to overwork, and they give clarity to other people because they're in the right place at the right time.
And obviously Johnny Sexton is surprising against France, despite being out for 12 weeks and had game time obviously last game. How much better is he going to be for that now for France, for England's weekend?
Yeah, I think he'll be better in his own comfort level. He'll feel a little bit more in sync. He'll feel like he's got a little bit more game rhythm. I know that he was very keen to get into the game last week, and the first penalty we got early in the game, he tapped and went, and then the pass went into touch, and he just kind of frustrated himself a little bit a few times during the game. I think he'll allow himself to flow into the game a little bit more comfortably, hopefully.
Joel, how tempted were you to start QB?
Yeah, there's always temptation to change things up, but I think Jack has done a super job. He was probably the standout player for us against South Africa, which is a very big pack, and I thought he really did a great job that night. And he's played his way right through. And I know that the coaching staff, we've got genuine faith in him, and Kian is still very short of game time, and I think each time he gets a little bit of game time, he'll add an increased amount of value.